In this video, we are going to go through this concept that the product of two numbers is equals to the product of their highest common factor HCF and the lowest common multiple LCM. So, to understand this better, let's take one example and see how this statement is true with the help of that example. So, we will be finding out the lowest common multiple and highest common factor of 6 and 20. Let's do the prime factorization of 6 and 20. We'll write down 6 as, if you will divide 6 with 2, we are going to get 3 over here. Now let's divide 3 with 3, we'll get 1. So the prime factorization of 6 will have two factors, that is 2 into 3. Now, how will we be writing down 20? So let's prime factorize 20 now. Let's divide 20 with 2 first of all. We'll be getting 10 as a quotient. Now, again 10 is divisible by 2. So we'll divide 10 with 2. We'll get 5 as a quotient. Now this 5 is exactly divisible by 5. So we'll get 1 as the quotient. Here our prime factorization of 6 and 20 stops. Now let's write down 6 and 20 in terms of the product of their prime factors. So 6 can be written as 2 into 3, which can also be written as 2 raised to 1 into 3 raised to 1. Now for 20, we can write it down as 20 equals to 2 into 2 into 5, which can also be written as 2 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1. Now, what is the highest common factor for these two numbers? So observe, the highest common factor is the factor which is common in between 6 and 20 and which is the highest one among them. So we observe that 6 can be written as 2 into 3 and 20 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5. Now among them, what are the common factors? We have 2 only and that is the highest one. So therefore, we will be writing down the highest common factor of 6 and 20 to be equals to 2. Now what would be the lowest common multiple? So we will write down all the factors of 6 and 20 and whichever factor is common, we will write it down only once. So the LCM of 6 and 20 would be, see, since 2 is a common factor in 6 and 20, we will write down 2 only once and rest all the factors we will be writing it down. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So the product of all these numbers will give us the LCM. Hence we can write down LCM of 6 and 20 is equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5, which is equals to 60. Now observe here, the product of HCF, highest common factor of 6 and 20 and LCM, lowest common multiple of 6 and 20 is equals to 2 is the highest common factor, multiplied it with lowest common multiple, which is 60. So if you will multiply these two numbers, highest common factor and lowest common multiple, we saw that we are getting 120. Will it be the same if we will multiply these two numbers itself? Let's check. Yes, if we will multiply 6 with 20, we are going to get 6 into 20 as 120. So we observed here that the product of two numbers 6 and 20 is equals to their highest common factor multiplied with their lowest common multiple. So as a statement, how can we write down? HCF, highest common factor of 6 and 20 multiplied with lowest common multiple of 6 and 20 is equals to the product of the two numbers 6 into 20. For any two positive integers a and b, highest common factor of a and b multiplied with lowest common multiple of a and b will be equals to the product of a with b. So this is how we generalize this entire statement. Highest common factor of any two numbers multiplied with lowest common multiple of those two numbers will be equal to the product of those two numbers itself. Now, how could we use this result? So we can use this result to find out the lowest common multiple of two positive integers if we have already found out the highest common factor of two positive integers. Similarly, we can use this result to find out the highest common factor of any two positive integers if we have already found out the lowest common multiple of two positive integers. And also, if in the question you have been given lowest common multiple and highest common factor and one of the number itself, you can easily find out the other number by using this statement. So, for example, if you have been given in the question that highest common factor of two numbers a and let's say 20 is equals to 2 and lowest common multiple of a and 20 is equals to 60, then you can easily find out the other number a by using this statement that highest common factor multiplied with lowest common multiple of a and 20 will be equals to the product of a with 20. So we will be writing 2 into 60 is equals to a into 20. With this we can easily find out the value of a. How? 2 into 60, that would be 120 equals to 20a. So therefore, if you have to find out a value, just bring this 20 towards the left hand side. We will be writing it in division with 120. So 120 divided by 20 will give us a, whose value will be equals to 6. So with this, we are able to find out one of the numbers if we have been given other number and the highest common factor and lowest common multiple of those two numbers. So clearly we could observe that a is equals to 6 here.